And you can start now.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you so much for taking your time to join me to learn a little bit more about Costa Cruises. And first, thank you for making us Europe's #1 cruise line. My name is Mandy McBride, and I'm the Manager of Strategic Partnerships with Costa. I've been with Costa about 4 years now, and I'm very excited about the new partnership that we have with Pro Travel. And I'm excited to bring you up to speed on some of the new things that Costa has going on. So to start things off, if you're not as familiar with Costa, and bring you up to speed, Costa is the international brand of the world's leading cruise lines of Carnival Corporation. We were acquired back in 1996. As you can see, our sister lines below: Carnival, Holland America, Cunard, Princess, the Yacht Seabourn. As I mentioned, Costa is Europe's #1 cruise line in terms of passenger sales and capacity, and we are by far Italy's largest travel company overall. We do have 15 ships within our fleet. They are all, of course, Italian flagged, and we have a very young, fresh fleet. And what I mean by that is all of the ships have either been completely brand new and inaugurated or completely refurbished within the last 10 years. So a really, really fresh fleet. And big news here in North America, as of January 1st, 2014, all of our ship interiors have gone non-smoking. So big news here for the North American market, and that is fleet-wide, no matter where we sail. So even when you're in the Mediterranean, you get on board, it's going to be non-smoking interiors. The only place you can smoke is still the cigar lounge, which is a small room off of the casino, and then, of course, on designated areas outside as well. So really what sets us apart is our award-winning global itineraries. For the 17th year in a row, we've won from Porthole Magazine's Best Mediterranean Itineraries, and more recently, Best Far East and Best Middle East Itineraries, and that includes our Dubai product. So the Mediterranean really is where our home is. That's where we live. We like to say, while others visit the Med, that's really where our home is. We do have about 4 to 5 ships in the Med year-round. We also visit Northern Europe, which is extremely popular. Also the Baltic Sea, Central America, Africa, Dubai, which we have 2 to 3 ships year-round as well, Far East, Indian Ocean, South America, the Caribbean for a couple months out of Fort Lauderdale, starting at the end of, well, just started the end of December through March. And then we have our around the world and transatlantic cruises as well. We do visit a little over 250 destinations, offer about 150 different itineraries, so we really do have something for everybody. And our product, if you haven't experienced it, we'd love to get you on board to experience Costa and what we call Italy's finest. So in the past, we had the tagline Cruising Italian Style. We have since moved forward within the last year, year and a half to Italy's finest. And we are partnering with high-end Italian brands such as Illy Coffee, Brillo Pasta, Ferrari Sparkling Wine, Nutella. We have high-end shopping brands that we're bringing on board. And we're going to continue these partnerships and bring all of these products on board Costa to really have the true Italy's finest on board. What can you expect when you get on board Costa? We are definitely a niche product here for the North American market. I come out and say we're not for everybody. Definitely want to make sure you qualify your customers. It's huge overall, but it's even more important with a brand specifically like Costa because we are a unique brand. When you get on board, you've got to get that full, warm, friendly, genuine Italian hospitality, really a fun and festive environment throughout the entirety of the cruise. You are going to hear 5 different languages, so some people go on board and they're not prepared to hear 5 different languages and be in a very multicultural, multilingual environment. That's what you're going to get on Costa. And if your clients are looking for a more Americanized product, we have no problem steering them to one of our American brands. That's no problem. But if they're looking for that multicultural, multilingual environment, really meeting people from all over the world, then Costa could be a great fit for them. So speaking of the languages, of course, English, Italian, Spanish, French, and German are spoken. And you may be thinking, oh my gosh, they say all of the announcements in all of those languages. That would drive me crazy. Yeah, that would drive me crazy as well. So we do keep the announcements to a minimum. And of course, all of the emergency drill announcements do get spoken in all of the languages. But other than that, they do a great job of keeping the announcements to a minimum. And also people are a little nervous about being able to interact with the staff. Our staff is trained in all languages. That's mandatory. And they actually have an online school that they, within the last year, have set up and have to attend for the language to break those barriers. And there's also a host on board that greets your guests in their native language as soon as they step on board, so they can go out to that person throughout the entirety of the cruise with any questions that they may have. Really that full international immersion from start to finish. That's truly our product inside and out. So some onboard activities, again, this is just to name a few, just to let you know that we do have all those bells and whistles. We have laser tag that just got introduced on board Costa and is being rolled out fleet-wide. We have that 4D cinema with that multi-sensory experience. We have 24/7 onboard kiosks where you can basically do everything register your credit card, make dining reservations, spa reservations, shore excursions, get your tickets to the movie, Grand Prix Race Car Simulator. You do everything at these kiosks. We also have a video arcade, casino. We have a recording studio on some ships, also a 2-story disco. And we also have the largest ballroom at sea. So if you do large dance groups, it could be a great fit for you. As you know, Italians love to dance, so you'll do your, whether it be ballroom, all different types of dance lessons throughout the day, and then at night is where everybody shows off what they learned throughout the day. And then we also do have the water slide, water park, a full kids block club, and a teen zone as well. So I know this is a lot of words on this slide, but just going to run through these. We have a lot of new onboard activities. We have a new dinner menu created by Italy's top chef, Bruno Barberi. So we're really excited about that. We also are preparing new daily menus from the different regions of Italy that we sail to. So really it encompasses all of Italy, not just the red pasta and red sauces. We also have that lemon lime citrus-based flavors with the fish and what have you. So we really dig into those daily flavors, different daily menus with those local flavors. We do have a new Pacific Fusion restaurant option that features Asian and Peruvian flavors. And then the next is very, very popular, a new mozzarella bar. This is where you can actually prepare and make your own mozzarella. And of course, it's prepared with different wines and appetizers, and this has been a huge hit. So if you have clients that, you know, love the Italian cuisine and culture, again, this would be a great fit for them, and they get to experience really unique onboard activities. We also have a new pizzeria concept that you can choose from one of 14 different flavors of pizza. Again, this is true, authentic Italian pizzas. So it's not going to have the heavy sauce that our American culture is used to. It's true Italian authentic pizza. We also have a new signature burgers, made of choice Italian beef that are served on board, and a couple new shows as well. We have the Bravo Chef, the show, and Bravo Chef, the battle. So show kitchens created on board the stage, and it's projected onto the large screens. And the cooks actually come up and demonstrate how to make some signature dishes in the Italian culture. And then the battle version is where guests can actually compete and present to our chef on board for bragging rights of the chef for the day. So that's also been a huge hit, and we are rolling that out fleet-wide. Again, a lot of words on this slide, so this will be posted for your reference, but we do have a lot of new things going on. We also have a new gelateria. This is where you can satisfy your sweet tooth with gelatos, Nutella, your 18 ice cream flavors, 12 hot chocolate flavors, so all the goodies are found there. We also have new special selection tours where you can customize your shore excursions before you even sail. And another show, The Voice at Sea, much like the popular TV show The Voice, is where we actually get our entertainment department involved with all of the guests, and you can try out and audition, and they have the seats that turn around, and people vote. So it's very interactive, and the winners actually go on to compete for an internship with Costa's entertainment department. So again, it's been a huge hit, very unique, and we are rolling that out fleet-wide as well. I'm not going to go through all of our new inclusions in our suite packages, but we have upgraded our suite and Sincera Spa packages. Some things include complimentary drink packages, exclusive dining, laundry, transfers. So there are a lot of perks that are in our suite packages and our Sincera spa accommodation packages. For the kids, if you have kids, you're probably familiar with Peppa the Pig. We have Peppa on board. We're excited within the last couple months she joined our fleet. So she goes on treasure hunts with the kids, has dinner and lunch with them, takes pictures. She's just been a huge success. So she will be on board all of our ships. We also have Captain or Princess for the day for the young ones, where you can either get dressed up, full hair, makeup, nails, dress up. You do parade around the ship, or you can get a full captain's outfit, learn about navigation, see the captain's quarters, have dinner with the captain. So really unique experiences for the kids. And then big news here, we have 2 ships on order for 2019 and 2020, and they are going to be the first in the industry to be powered by liquefied natural gas, which is the world's cleanest burning fossil fuel. So we're really excited to welcome these 2 new ships, about 6,600 passengers, double occupancy, to our fleet, and they will be our largest ships to join our fleet. So as I mentioned, we do have the authentic Italian and international cuisine on board. We have a lot of different dining options. We have, of course, the traditional restaurant with the designated seating times. The first one anywhere around 6:15, the second one around 8:15. Our traditional restaurant, you're not only going to be able to just dine with and enjoy the food and the ambiance. Our waiters sing, they dance, they pull you up out of your seat, do the Congo line. It's just a full entertainment during dinner. So a really, really great experience. In addition to the traditional restaurant, we have our casual buffets, and then our specialty restaurants, including our club restaurants, which these are additional at about $31, $32 per person. I highly recommend that they do it at least once, if not more. But our club restaurant is in the middle of our ship, completely surrounded by glass windows, live piano player, more exclusive menu. You'll get more attentive service. It's just, a more exclusive dining venue. We also have our Pacific Asian fusion menu I spoke about, and then also fitness-friendly menus as well. Our pizzeria with the 14 different flavors to choose from. And then, of course, we have our regional daily menus that I spoke of, and, of course, the gala presentation night. And something I wanted to bring up is we have fantastic drink packages that not many are aware of. So I wanted to just remind you that we do have drink packages that start from $28 per day per person, and that $28 really includes a lot of beer, wine, liquor, or sodas, cappuccinos. It includes a lot for $28 a day. Then our next step up is $32 a day, and that's just going to get you all of your pina coladas, basically your cocktails. And then we have kids packages at $18 a day as well. And these are commissionable at 5% to you if pre-booked before you cruise. So again, I have the flyers which outline everything that's included in all of the drink packages, and I got them over to Pro Travel, so hopefully you can get them. If not, reach out to me directly, and I can send them directly to you for your reference. So our kids program, I spoke about this a little bit. We have a full kids program called the Squawk Kids program with everything in what you would imagine: the pizza parties, tire treasure hunts, ice cream socials, swimming parties, disco dance parties. We have 2 themed dinner nights per 7-night cruise. We also break up the kids programs depending on the ages that are on board. So we could have anywhere from, we have mini, maxi, teen, junior, and teen. So we have 4 different age groups to do age-appropriate things for them. And then, of course, the 2-story water slides, swimming pools, laser tag, Peppa the Pig, Princess, or Captain for the day. So a lot of people ask me, well, do you think Costa is a good line for kids? And I say absolutely, especially if the kids are a little bit more outgoing, in my opinion, because we are going to be meeting children from all over the world and interacting with them, learning different things about each other's culture. And with social media nowadays, you can stay in contact with these friends that you meet all over the world. It's a really unique experience. My last cruise, I'm still in contact with a couple from Costa Rica and Germany. So again, really, really unique experience, especially for the kids, I think. So like I said, I'm not going to go into details, but I could talk for an hour about our Sincera spa. It's absolutely incredible. As you can see, it won many awards. It is an Asian influenced spa. Back in 2007, when we were looking to expand into the Asian market, we fell in love with the spa concept over there and wanted to bring it on board. So we have a full Sincera spa cabins that are located within the spa area. It is a fantastic spa. So if you have the spa lovers, this is definitely something I would take a look at. It is not a lot more pricey, but it is pricey. But you get a lot for what you pay for, especially in the spa services. So talking about our accommodations, just to give you perspective on our sizes, our inside up to 175 square feet, our ocean view up to 200, our veranda, which is this one on the left, up to 220, and then our Sincera spa that I just spoke about up to 360, and then our suite categories as well. We have a mini suite, panoramic, and grand. And we also now on the Costa Diadema, our newest ship, have cabins that can accommodate 5 as well. So that's been great for family cruising. So a lot of people ask me, well, who's a good client for Costa? Like I said earlier in the presentation, we are a niche cruise line here in North America, and here are some of the niches in which we feel fit them well, and they fit our products well. Destination collectors, because of our global itineraries. Foodies, because of our Italian cuisine and delivery and service levels. Those that love wine, you got me right there. We have an expansive collection of international wines on board, as well as history buffs and cultural immersion seekers. You're going to get that uninterrupted international experience, really in a contemporary atmosphere. We also have itineraries to the most historic destinations for those history buffs, those that love the spa, those that love music because of our dancing and our festive atmosphere. We do a great job not only in the theater, but throughout the ship in the lounges and the bars, with catering to different cultures and nationalities and music tastes. We do a fantastic job of that. And then plain old people watchers, we say, because our ships are designed for that unique blend of our international guests. So now I want to talk on our newest ship, the Costa Diadema. I can't believe she's already over 2 years old. Diadema in Italian means tiara, so she is our crown jewel of our fleet, and the ambassador of the Italy's Finest program, which I spoke of in the beginning of the presentation, where we're partnering with all of the high-end Italian brands and bringing them on board, and we're going to be rolling them out fleet-wide. So everything kind of started on the Diadema and slowly rolling out. She's a little over 3,800 guests, double occupancy. She's not only our largest ship, she's the largest vessel ever to fly the Italian flag as well. So we're very, very excited that she's part of our fleet. She's laid out a little bit different than the other ships in our fleet if you've been on a Costa ship before. The big thing now is having those open-air promenades. So on deck 5, we actually introduced an open-air promenade meant to feel like you're sitting on the cliffs of the Mediterranean, so to have a Mediterranean summer feel look. It has suspended jacuzzis and cabanas that suspend over the edge. And a lot of our dining venues are on deck 5 as well, so you can wander in and out, grab a cocktail appetizer, and go sit in the jacuzzi or the cabana, and you feel like you're overlooking, sitting on the cliffs of the Med. We also have a country rock club on board the Diadema, so if you can imagine Italians doing country line dancing, might find that there. That could be a good time. The Grand Bar features 50s music. We also have the Star there on board the Diadema, the 4D cinema, the casino. And if you've been on, just talking about our casino, if you've been on any of the Carnival brands or Carnival Corp brands, our casino is a little bit smaller than the casino in which you would find on their ships. That's just because we made our casino a little smaller so we could have a larger ballroom. We also have the 2-story disco and the Grand Prix simulator on board the Diadema, and she has the biggest of everything, the biggest Sincera spa, the biggest beauty salon, and shopping gallery on board. So she's doing 7-night Western Med itineraries out of Rome, Barcelona, and Savona, and this is through 2017 and 2018. So this is going to, this has been her route, and she's going to be living in the Med for as long as we know, doing the West Med. And some really, really aggressive rates just went out. last week with our wave sale. So if you haven't gotten a chance to look at them, please do. They're fantastic rates, very, very aggressive. We at Costa have the philosophy of just stripping out all of the extras and the extra amenities and making it very simple to book with Costa. And we don't throw out all of these different promotions. We either have our lowest rate, or you can incorporate an OBC into the rate, and of course it would be a little bit higher, $50, $100 higher. But we kind of do the more or less. So you can pretty much choose which one you'd want to pitch to your client. Try to keep it very simple. So now I'm just going to flip through some pictures. So here's that open air promenade with the suspended jacuzzi, the cabanas, on deck 5 of the Costa Diadema. We also have a teppanyaki restaurant. So this is, if you've ever had the hibachi style, the live chef performances, this is another dining option on board the Diadema in which you could choose. We have a 2-story beer garden, features specialty German draft beers, as well as German entertainment, polka dancing, German sing-alongs. So as you can imagine, very fun, festive, casual environment on board. Highly recommend your clients visit here. It's a lot of fun. So our wine bar, again, we have 80 labels from over 50 different Italian wineries that are served here, as well as appetizers, cold cuts. And again, this is on deck 5 too, so you can wander in and out. Very casual environment, wander in and out, go out to the cabana, and enjoy the view. So this is where you're going to go to satisfy your sweet tooth. There's a lot of teriyaki, 18 ice cream flavors, 12 hot chocolate flavors, all your cannolis, your pastries, Nutella, gelata. I live here, so this is very popular on board, as you can imagine. So the Bar Bollicini, this is our champagne bar. We have 5 different brands of Prosecco, as well as other sparkling wine-inspired drinks that are served here. Also appetizers you can grab. So again, just a great place to grab a cocktail. Bar Teodora, this is where they have Latin cocktails and tapas that are served, as well as Latin American music. So as I walk through kind of different bars and lounges, you can see that we do try to appeal to a lot of different tastes and cultures, nationalities, languages. So again, very casual feel here. Speaking of entertainment, our Emerald Theater is 3 levels. I call it Vegas-style entertainment just because we do have to have shows that appeal to everybody. But we do have 4 new shows that we've introduced in addition to Bravo the Chef and The Voice at Sea. We also have Kings and Queens of Pop and Rock, so you might hear Madonna, Michael Jackson. We also have a Feel the Beat show, which incorporates music and dance. We have a new circus show, and also a new Flavors of Italy show, which highlights the Italian traditions. So here's a picture of our atrium. Just wanted to give you perspective. Just kind of the middle of the ship, if you can envision 3 glass elevators behind you that go up and down the entirety of the ship. This is kind of the central meeting point for either in the morning before you're about to embark on a shore excursion, or grab a coffee, or happy hour before dinner. There's always something happening here in the Grand Atrium. Of course, the shore excursion desk, the help desk is down here off to the side. You pull up the steps, and that brings you into the shopping gallery, the photo lounge. So kind of your main hub is right here. The traditional restaurant, just wanted to show you a picture of the traditional restaurant with those 2 designated seating times. Again, very interactive dining experience. The waiters pull you up out of your seat if you wish, do the conga line. It's a very, very fun dining experience. So if you don't make it back to the ship in time, or you're not up to dining at your 8 o'clock designated seating time, you can grab the same exact menu that the traditional menu has and grab it at the buffet Corona Blue, which is up on deck 10. But they'll feature the same exact menu as the traditional restaurant. And then I wanted to show you a picture of our main pool area. We do have the retractable roof. The weather doesn't hinder any activities. Those lounge chairs are first come, first served down there. And then, of course, in front of the big jumbo screen, anything from dance lessons, cooking classes, arts and crafts, games, you name it, it goes on down there. So this, as you imagine, is always something happening here on the main pool area. And there are lots of videos of the Costa Diadema online. I just didn't want to do it over the webinar because it doesn't go through that great, but I highly recommend you take a look at some of the short ship tours, whether it be on YouTube or on costacruises.com. There's some great videos highlighting all of her features. So just touching on a couple other products, Italy in the tropics. As I mentioned earlier, we do go to the Caribbean out of Fort Lauderdale this year. We just started about 2 weeks ago, and we go through March. And this is really, if your clients are looking for something different, they've done the Caribbean before, but they really don't want to travel that far, you can sail out of Fort Lauderdale and do a fantastic, basically a 3 ports west, 3 ports east, Caribbean, unique 7, 9, and 10-night itineraries, and they can feel like they're in the Med in the Caribbean. I did it last year, and it was absolutely incredible. But we don't Americanize our product even when we come to Fort Lauderdale. So you're going to get the same product that you would get in the Med, Northern Europe. You're going to get that right here out of Fort Lauderdale as well. So international experience, just closer to home. And the Costa is doing these Caribbean itineraries. It's not too late to book. Like I said, last week we came out with very aggressive wave pricing, and the Caribbean is included in that to some degree. So the Deliciosa, she's a newer ship, 2010 inaugurated, about 2,800 guests, double occupancy, and she has everything in what you would imagine a Costa ship would have. 4 restaurants, 11 bars. She has the coffee and chocolate bar, the bar lounge. She does have the Sincera Spa, 3 pools, 4 jacuzzis, all of the bells and whistles with the Golf and Grand Prix simulator, 4D cinema, casino. So she's an absolutely beautiful ship. And again, this is a picture of our veranda accommodations here on the bottom to give you some perspective. Now going the complete opposite way to wrap things up, the Costa Neo collection. So I spoke about the Diadema, which is our largest ship. We also have 3 ships that we call mid-sized boutique ships. The Romantica, Riviera, and Classica all underwent about $120 million renovations, completely re-outfitted and re-inaugurated as part of the Neo collection, and are now the Neo Romantica, Neo Riviera, and Neo Classica. About 50 to 60 tons, 1,200 to 1,600 passengers. So these are smaller ships, and that means we can get into more unique ports of call, smaller ports of call. These are more intimate atmosphere ships. Really don't recommend them for families or kids because we don't have a full kids program on board. More couples oriented, really upgraded our food and beverage menu on board from the local regions where we sail, incorporated a dine under the stars concept. These we also call slow cruising because we do stay overnight on occasion on port. So it's really for those clients that you have that are looking to be immersed in the destination and really explore the destination, because we do stay overnight in port so you can fully get immersed in that culture in which we're sailing. And they sail anywhere from 11 to 13 nights. So our product's a little bit more expensive than our normal 5-7 night product, just because it's a little bit longer. And we have upgraded that food and beverage menu on board as well. So they do very unique itineraries. They're on the tip of Africa, longer Mediterranean, and Northern Europe. So if you do have clients that are looking for something a little bit smaller than these big giant ships that are coming out, everybody's trying to be the biggest and best out there with all the extra bells and whistles. Some people aren't looking for that. They're looking for that smaller, more intimate feel. The Neo collection doesn't have a large seater on board. All of the entertainment's done in the bars and the lounges, so a very intimate atmosphere. So I highly recommend you take a look at these itineraries as well. So itineraries to watch, just wanted to highlight, like I said, we just came out with very aggressive pricing. We have our 7-night Western Med on the Diadema. This is just from Barcelona, starting at $499 per person, all the way to a seat at $1479. So balconies at $699. It's fantastic for 7-night Western Med balcony accommodation. Our East Med, our 7-night Greece Isles with OBC and kids free on select sailings. On the Luminosa, round trips from Venice. Again, these are just itineraries to watch, a couple samples, starting at $597 all the way, a suite is $1647. And then Northern Europe, which completely blown my mind at the rate in which these are getting booked. Very, very popular in Northern Europe. Costa Fabulosa, round trip Copenhagen, inside from 849, and the suite 1949, balcony 1249. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. And as you can see here, the itinerary over to the right. So these are just a few of my picks that I think are fantastic, especially with the pricing that we have out now. So if you have clients that are looking to get to the Med or Northern Europe, now is a great time to book. For our partnership support, we do offer very aggressive commissions in the industry. We are, like I said, a niche player. We don't have a huge sales team. I'm one of 3. So I actually cover accounts all over North America, or all over the U.S., I'm sorry. And then we have somebody that does our OTAs, and then somebody that does our Latin America, Central America. So we, do about 95% of the business that we did when we did have about 4 years ago a team of 50. So we are really focusing on those travel partners that want to sell and support Costa, and in return, we support them, whether it be through co-op or shows or anything we can do to get to visit you, we will. But we really, support those that want to support us. So we're always looking for creative ways to market, and there's advantages to being small as we can get things done fast and turned around. So we have very aggressive commissions, and really want to say thank you to our travel partners that support us, because about 95% of our sourcing is through you guys, our travel partners. Very excited. We did create an American Express incentive for you with our new partnership as we start off 2017 with Pro Travel, and for every 2 bookings for 7-night sailings and longer, we're going to give you a $50 American Express gift card. You can either give it to your client or keep it for yourself. Whatever you'd like to do, every 2 bookings, a $50 gift card. So that's just our way of saying thank you for your support, and we're excited for this partnership as we move forward together in 2017. I didn't touch on our group policy, but we have the standard group policy. 8 cabins makes a group with us. We also have fan and agent rates that are available. We don't really publish too many, but we ask that our partners come to us with specific dates and sailings that they would like, and we go ahead and submit for an agent rate and get you the best possible. So if you are looking to get on board Costa, let me know of something that looks attractive to you, and we can get you on board. Also that 5% commission on drink packages. Let me know if you'd like to see the flyers of everything that's included in all of the different drink packages. And we also have a media site on our website, costacruises.com. This is where you can download free marketing tools, videos, pictures, fillable PDFs, customizable PDF flyers that you can put your contact information in to the call of action. So I highly suggest you sign up to be receiving all of our latest and greatest promotions. And then the new rates that I spoke about, and we do have kids-free onboard credit on a lot of our sailings as well. So I know I went through a lot of information very quick. Just wanted to bring you up to speed on Costa, some new things that we have going on, our new ship, some new products, and then just some extra tools to use. So as you can see here, we have CostaClick.com, which is our booking engine. You can go and manage your bookings there. We also have CostaCruiseManager.com, and this is where you can download useful information. You can see reporting. You can manage your bookings. You can go to Costa Click from here. You can do a lot of things. We just launched last month, so CostaCruiseManager.com I would take a look at, and then our main site, CostaCruises.com. And my direct email is mcbride@us.costa.it. And I wanted to just real quick bring up the American Express incentive for you, just so you can take a look. Every 2 bookings, again, $50 American Express gift card for new bookings 7 nights and longer that are made between January 15th and March 15th. So 2 months for this, and there's no limit. You can continue to submit these forms. And if you do need an extra copy, let me know, and I can get this form over to you so you have it to complete. But really with that, I want to wrap up and say I know, again, I went over a lot. Please feel free to reach out with any questions that you may have as they pop up, or if you need help or co-op or marketing, or have questions about Costa specifically and a client that you might have to see if we're a good fit, please feel free to reach out at any time. Again, it's mcbride@us.costa.it. And with that, again, I just want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule and busy week. And really just say Happy New Year, and I'm so excited to be partnering with Pro Travel and look forward to a great 2017. Thank you, everybody. Take care.
That's great. Thank you so much for all that information. I'm going to go ahead and unmute everyone. And whomever has questions, go ahead and ask them. I see that there is some in the chat box. I'm not sure if you want to take care of that one for Arnisha. Mandy?
I don't see anything in the chat box.
Oh, maybe she sent it
Sorry.
directly to me. It says, which cruise ship is this one? I'm thinking she's asking what cruise line? Yeah, this is Costa
Cruise line.
Costa Cruise Line. And then Mike Navarro said, do you offer babysitting program?
We do within our kids club. We do have a babysitting program.
That's great. Any other questions, anybody? Okay, Arnisha said, are there any ships porting out of New York in 2017 or 2018?
I wish. I am still, as soon as we know where the two new ships in 2019 and 2020, I know they're both going in the Med, so we're hoping for some type of repositioning to happen, but we haven't gotten word yet. But we keep our fingers crossed and keep rallying to position one out of New York, because that would be fantastic. I'm located in New Jersey, so would love to see a ship here. But for now, I have not heard of anything yet, but fingers crossed.
Yeah, great. Another question from Renita, if I'm saying that correct, says the Fort Lauderdale pets are just 2016, 2017, right? I mean, or will there be more in the future years? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about the pet part, but the itinerary, the Fort Lauderdale itineraries, that was last year and it's this year, and we are, as you go into December 2017 to early next year, we will be out of Fort Lauderdale as well, doing the Caribbean. But we're usually just about 3 months that we're here.
That's great, great. Any other questions? I guess I'll take that as a no. Well, Mandy, thank you so much. It was a lot of information. I'm really glad that you were able to take the time to do this webinar for us and have it recorded. It's greatly appreciated, and hope we could get you on more.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just see Mike's one more question of how to register through Pro Travel Network or individually. I'm going to see, Maggie, if you want to answer that, how you prefer them to register with Costa.
We register them because we have to keep track of it. In case they ever forget their logins, we could put it on a spreadsheet. So me and you could go over that, and then we can make sure we get that registration out for the agents. And then he's also asking what commission level we are at.
How you register, so I guess how you register, I know we're all set up on Costa Click, so that's Maggie, is where I guess we should set up different profiles for them to register directly.
Great, great. So we'll work on that because I haven't really played with it.
Okay, great.
I know that I was able to get in, but do you know what commission level we are at right now?
You are at 12% right now.
At 12%, that's great. Any other questions? No? All right, Mandy. Well, like I said, thank you once again for taking the time of doing this webinar for us, and we look forward to working with you and getting our agents to getting to know Costa, and hopefully we could do some international events on your guys' ships. I'll definitely have Amber reach out to you about that, and then also about our new international event that will be leaving from Florida. You're more than welcome to come to that if you want. We'll send you details regarding that, okay?
Okay, awesome. Sounds great. Again, thank you guys so much for taking the time to learn a little bit more about Costa.
Thank you. All right,
Right.
everyone. Thank you so much for joining. The next webinar will be January 19th. The supplier is still not confirmed, but I'll make sure you guys all know who it will be. And hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.